welcome back. This topic we are going to discuss the join condition. Before we discuss a join condition, I want you to give a brief idea of how the relationship diagram and how the relationship works in databases. Uh, so now, like I discussed, in relation database model, we have multiple tables which are linked with each other by department ID, I mean by the primary and foreign key relationship. So let's continue with our example. When we had an employee table, we had the following fields: employee name, age, address, city. Now the requirement is that employee belongs to some department, you know, and now department has its own set of data. It could be like department name, it could be department location, it could be department preference, and so and so. So in relation world, the idea is anything that's a common set of attributes is stored in a different table, and so we avoid a duplication of data. So in this case, if we had to store all the department data in the same employee table, then we will have to put like multiple department fields here, and you have to duplicate the data, each employee with HR location, all the same. So the idea is you have it a separate table, and you link the two table you know by an ID column. Now I will come back to it, like why we need an ID and not something else, but let's assume that this is the case here. So the way we do it is like we create a table, and in department table, and it has its own column which is a unique identifier, which is an ID. We name it as department ID, and it has all the different attributes, could be name, address, and so. And we have an employee table, and let's say we don't even have ID. So we say, okay, this department, this employee belongs to this department, HR, Paul belong to admin, and so. Now this is good, okay, we can, it's clearly readable thing. Okay, John belong to HR and admin, and you know admin. Now there is one minor problem with this approach. The problem here is, what if the department name get changed in future? So then we'll have to maintain all the employee name change. Like, okay, you have to change, let's say admin change to something like like let's say HR admin, or whatever. So we'll have to go and change the each and every value of all the rows which contain that particular name, and that becomes a costly operation. So the convention that we call here is called as a normal form. So we convert this particular table to a first normal form. What it means is we replace the name with the ID of that particular column, of that particular table. So instead of using the string, we replace with ID. So tomorrow, if this HR becomes admin becomes different name, the ID doesn't change. The ID is still the same. So this particular employee belongs to the same department, but it is with a is joined by an ID. So that's the convention. And when we query the actual department name for this employee, we make use of a join, and the join column here is in department ID. So if you see carefully here, this particular column is called as a primary key. The primary key is one that's unique to the table, and in this case, this particular column is called as a foreign key, because it's a foreign key, but that's a primary key of another table. So you should understand this part before we proceed to the join class. Thank you.